Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the news postcarded on TayNinhTV with some last events in our province as well as nationwide. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the afternoon of September 3rd, the opening ceremony of the 12th General Assembly of the Tourism Promotion Organization for Asia Pacific Cities (TPO) took place in Ho Chi Minh City. Attending the event, there were Party Central Committee members, the Secretary of the City Party Committee and Chairman of Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee Nguyễn Văn Được. On the TPO side, there were Secretary of Chevron Kang Tae-un and representatives of member cities. On the Tây Ninh province side, the Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Phạm Tấn Hòa attended the event. Speaking at the opening ceremony, the chairman of Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee Nguyễn Văn Được emphasized that this international event is an important opportunity to promote the image, the people, and the unique culture of the city, promoting the role of Ho Chi Minh City as the founding member and the member of the executive board of TPO, and enhance the promotion of the city image and tourism process in the key and strategic markets. Hosting the Tourism Promotion Organization for Asia Pacific Cities (TPO) General Assembly this time is an important milestone, clearly demonstrating the responsibility and the commitment of Ho Chi Minh City in promoting the regional tourism to develop creativity and connect the community and protect the environment. At the opening ceremony, the TPO General Secretary presented the commemorative medals to representatives of the member cities, expressing the recognition for the contributions and commitments of the members in the organization. Immediately afterwards, delegates performed the official opening ceremony of the 12th TPO General Assembly in 2025, and with a theme shaping the future of tourism towards digital and green transformation, this event will be an important opportunity for the TPO member cities to share experiences, exchange ideas, and propose solutions to promote sustainable tourism in the future. And ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of September 3rd, the working group assisting the Tây Ninh Provincial Steering Committee implemented Resolution number 57 to organize the implementation of the breakthrough task in developing the science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation for the period of 2025 to 2030. Attending the event, there were Vice Chairman of Provincial People's Committee, Head of the working group assisting the Provincial Steering Committee, Phạm Tấn Hòa.
From 2020 to present, TayNinhTV has implemented 256 science and technology tasks, including 164 provincial level tasks, 14 grassroots level tasks, 38 model replication tasks, and 5 national level tasks, with a total budget of nearly 91 billion Vietnam dong from the state budget, of which enterprises participated in 18 tasks, accounting for more than 7%. At the same time, the province achieved many outstanding results in digital transformation in various fields. At the meeting, delegates listened to a summary report on the breakthrough projects for science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation development for the 2025-2030 period, approved the operating regulations, assign tasks, discuss solutions to raise awareness, promote administrative reform, improve infrastructure and policy mechanisms, and ensure effective coordination between departments, ranges, and localities. Emphasizing that the implementation of Resolution 57 is a key task, requiring determination and high consensus from the entire political system. Vice Chairman of the Provincial Peace Committee, Head of the working group assisting the Provincial Steering Committee, Phạm Tấn Hòa, requested the members of the group to continue researching and make appropriate adjustments, ensuring that the tasks are carried out on schedule.
And on the morning of September 3rd, the Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Nguyễn Văn Sơn, chaired a meeting with departments, branches, and investors on the progress of public investment capital disbursement in the province. Up to now, the Provincial People's Committee has allocated for a total of nearly 16,500 billion Vietnam dong for public investment capital in 2005. As of August the 27th, the implementation volume was more than 8,500 billion Vietnam dong. Disbursement of nearly 8,500 billion Vietnam dong, reaching for 53.06% of the plan assigned by the Prime Minister and reaching for 51.48% of the plan allocated by the Provincial People's Committee. Assessment at the meeting shows that under the Provincial People's Committee directed strongly, the current rate of public investment capital disbursement in the province has not met the requirements and plans set out. At the meeting, representatives of departments, branches, and investors also informed about the proposed number of solutions to remove obstacles, speed up the process implementation progress, as well as disbursement of allocated capital. Speaking at the meeting, the Vice Chairman of Principal People's Committee, Hun Vang Sung, requested departments, branches, and investors to focus more proactively, coordinate, and remove related obstacles to effectively implement public investment and speed up the disbursement of allocated capital. In addition, he especially reminded investors with the low disbursement to be resolute in the implementation, ensuring the disbursement progress and strive to achieve the set plan. And ladies and gentlemen, after the 4 days National Day holiday, administrative agencies in and private have returned to normal operation. And on the first morning of working, many people were present at the public administration service centers at all levels to handle their work. In Tăng Châu Commune, TayNinhTV province, right after the National Day holiday, the need for the people to handle administrative procedures increased. In that situation, the Commune Public Administration Service Center proactively assigned the personnel and increased overtime to support the reception and processing of documents in order to ensure a timely and effective service. Mobilize civil servants and union members to support the people in submitting administrative procedures. At the same time, guide the people to submit online, organize quick reception, and return results to the people as soon as possible. Anticipating that the demand for procedures at the Principal Public Administration Service Center would increase after the holiday, Mr. Kiu was present early in the morning to submit documents to extend the work permits for foreigners. Proactively arriving early helps her avoid the overload and at the same time handle work quickly and conveniently. After the holiday, the staff here were very enthusiastic in supporting. It only took about 5 minutes to complete the application. And my company did not have a pharmaceutical identification on VNeID, so I had to go directly to the center to submit the application. And after the identification was completed, I could submit online without having to come here anymore. During the 4-day holiday, the people could still submit their administrative procedures online through the National Public Service portal. On the very first working day after the holiday, the unit promptly classified and transferred the application for processing with the determination not to let any application be received and transferred for processing late. During the ceremony, the portal operated normally. The people also submitted. The number was also relatively, and the file was not as many as usual. In the coming days, we will also check the file components, digitize the documents, and transfer them to specialized entities to ensure the progress of handling administrative procedures for the people. And after more than 2 months of operating the two-level local government model, the whole province had received nearly 226,000 files, of which the rate of files resolved correctly and before the deadline reached nearly 90%. Positive changes in administrative reform not only contribute to reducing the time and cost for the people, but also strengthen trust in the government that is close to the people and for the people. And TayNinhTV has just completed the list of priority fields using the capital of the Development Investment Fund, focusing on supporting the key sectors such as processing industry, high-tech agriculture, e-commerce, and logistics services. Accordingly, the Principal Development Investment Fund will focus on lending and investing in projects in the industrial sector, including industrial parks, industrial clusters, economic zones, high-tech zones, metal production, mechanical engineering, agriculture, and aquatic product production and processing, electronic components and accessories, software, technology, and textile footwear, and industrial processing industry also. In the fields of trade services, the fund will support the development of commercial infrastructure such as supermarkets, markets, agricultural product exchange centers, e-commerce. At the same time, invest in dry ports, logistics center, means of transport, warehouses, and stocking areas also. The addition of the list of priority sector is expected to orient investment capital appropriately, contributing to promoting the industrialization, modernization, and sustainable growth, and thereby creating a new momentum for the socio-economic development of the province in the coming time. And ladies and gentlemen, with a total capital of more than 410 billion Vietnam dong, the infrastructure project of Mộc Border Economic Zone has just started a number of items, including reduction in construction costs, of about 33.8 billion Vietnam dong and an increase in compensation and site clearance costs.
The reason for the adjustment is due to the update of the new planning of mobile economy zone according to decision number 126 of the Prime Minister. Specifically, a section of Road 34, nearly 195 meters long, will not be constructed to avoid traffic conflicts. The direction of Road DN20 will be adjusted and the drainage system on Road DN2 will be added. Up to now, the project has implemented 3 main biting packages, with the implementation volume reaching about 42 to 43% and the disbursement value of nearly 171 billion Vietnam dong. When completed, this transport infrastructure system will contribute to completing the planning, promoting the development of mobile brigade economic zone into a dynamic area, an economic linkage center of the province and the region.
And ladies and gentlemen, following direction of the Prime Minister and the People's Committee of the Ninh Province, on September 1st, the People's Committee of Go Dầu World urgently implemented the giving congratulatory money to the people on occasion of the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and the National Day on September 2nd. The working group of the world worked with a highly sense of responsibility, lasting until late at night to support the people to receive 100,000 Vietnam dong in National Day gifts on September 2nd, contributing to a more meaningful Independence Day. This is the point of giving National Day gifts on September 2nd at TayNinhTV Primary School, the campus number 2, Russian quarter of Go Dầu World. Although it was at 6 p.m., working group number 2 was still busy supporting the people to receive the congratulatory money. The image of world officials persistently staying until the end of the hours is proof of their sense of responsibility and constant efforts in taking care of the people's lives during the Independence Day. The World People's Committee announced the organization and distribution from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. today, and the result is that at 6:30 a.m. the people are still here, and the brothers and the officials are trying to distribute all this money. The number of people in the household was determined by local officials, size and pet. Each household was assigned a representative to receive all the gifts for family members. And the weather at this time was quite cool and pleasant. Many people sat and waited, eager because this was not only practical material support, but also meaningful care and sharing on this National Day occasion. When I came to receive the holiday money, I was supported very enthusiastically and quickly by the officials and the uncles and aunts here. Even though it was dark and they still tried to give money to everyone, it is a very valuable action. Although the National Day gift on September 2nd is not much, it is an extremely valuable and meaningful spiritual gift, showing the care of the party in the state for the people, creating an exciting, united and close atmosphere between the government and the people on the very national holiday, and thereby contributing to creating the motivation to build a civilized and developed society together.
From September 15, Decree number 210/2025 of the government will officially take effect, detailing investment activities for innovative startups in small and medium-sized enterprises. Accordingly, the Innovative Startup Investment Fund has no legal status and is established by 2 to 30 investors. Notably, in addition to cash, assets such as land use rights, intellectual property, technology, technical know-how, and so on can also be used to contribute capital to the fund. The fund's investment portfolio focuses on innovative startups in small and medium-sized enterprises, but investment rights cannot be transferred to a third party. In the Ninh Province, in recent years, the startup movement has been developing, especially in the fields of high-tech agriculture and tourism services. The new decree is expected to open up a favorable legal corridor, helping startup projects access capital and develop sustainably.
And according to statistics from the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of the Ninh Province, during the National Day holiday on September 2nd this year, the tourist areas and spots in the province welcomed more than 152,000 visitors, with a total revenue from tourism activities reaching over 117 billion Vietnam dong. Compared to the same period last year, the number of tourists to TayNinhTV during this year's National Day holiday increased by more than 27%. According to the assessment of the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of TayNinhTV Province, thanks to the increasingly modern infrastructure, diverse products, and the connection between the tourism development and their preservation and promotion of culture and spiritual values, TayNinhTV is affirming its position as the new tourist center of the southern region, with Padang Mountain as a special highlight, contributing to raising the brand of Vietnamese tourism. And during this year's National Day holiday, Padang Mountain is dyed in the red color of colorful flags and flowers, along with the vibrant performances and activities at the Chợ Lá or the Leaf Market, which is the region-wide display has become the most attractive tourist destination in the south during the holidays. And the National Achievement Exhibition opened on August 28th and is expected to close on September 5th. However, in order to meet the needs and aspirations and the great conditions for the people to have more time to visit and experience the National Achievement Exhibition on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of National Day, the Prime Minister requested the Minister of Culture, Sport and Tourism to reside over and coordinate with the relevant agencies to assess the actual situation and the number of visitors. Report to the Prime Minister on the possibility to extending the exhibition duration from 10 to 15 days compared to the original plan. And the 2025 summer autumn rice crop is facing many difficulties with the low prices and high production costs, making the farmers almost unprofitable. And therefore, the people are expecting the autumn-winter rice crop, even though it is only a secondary crop of the year. Hearing the forecast that this year floods will be heavy in order to protect production, Mr. Quang in Mộc Hóa, Commune of TayNinhTV Province, rented for 5.5 hectares of land in the Dak area to plant the autumn-winter rice crop in the hope of having more income after the summer-autumn crop did not bring much profit. Because the land on the other side is not in the Dak, I will come here to make some profit. I heard that the water will be big this autumn-winter crop. I consult myself that the price of rice will go up, and which will be good for the farmers. This 3-hectare rice field nearly 1 month old and growing very well, and is the first autumn-winter crop that Mr. Tao has produced after many years of having to leave the land bare during the flood season because of low tides. Seeing that the time to leave is up to 6 months, 3 months for resowing, 3 months for harvesting, it means that there are only 2 crops a year, so the money is not abundant. There is always a shortage. Then we petition the commune. The commune invites us together and then donates the land to make it like this. Then we have a dike, and this year we can only sow for 3 crops. From now on, this field will have 3 crops. The dry time along the canal of Mương Cay Hamlet Mộc Hóa Commune was previously only about 1.5 meters high, not enough to prevent floods, so the farmer can only grow for 2 rice crops per year. Currently, the dye has been upgraded to about 2.5 meters high, and the force of the dye is 8 meters wide, and the surface of the dye is 3 meters wide, protecting about 70 hectares of rice growing land. In general, this year is the first year everyone is worried about everything because of the fear of water this year. The first year since ancient times, but every year there are only 2 crops. Up to now, the whole TayNinhTV Province has sown and planted more than 38,500 hectares of autumn-winter rice, reaching for more than 59% of the plant, of which nearly 13,000 hectares have been harvested. An estimated rice yield is nearly 54 quintals per hectare. The output is more than 69,500 tons. And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.